Hi, it's John. Hey, we've talked about styrene models, we've talked about vinyl models. I haven't really talked too much about resin models per se, but I've shown you resin models. I haven't talked about how to do them, but today I wanted to talk a little bit about sculptures, and I'm not really a sculptor. I have done some, kind of trying to teach myself how to do it. And today I'd like to show you one. I will show you this one. I'm not really counting this one, but this is my Millenium Alien I did from Godzilla 2000. First sculpture I did, really, I think. I didn't know if anyone ever made a kit of it, and I had decided I wanted to try to do it. I made it out of mainly Super Sculpey and polished it and tried to paint it lots of coats of kind of an iridescent bluish gray. Put a lot of lacquers on it, and I don't know, I kind of like him, but it's not a great sculpt, but probably one of my better sculpts I'm going to show you of Demeking, and I will talk to you a little bit about that movie as well. So the Demeking movie, I have the DVD here. It's called Demeking the Sea Monster, which is kind of a weird title because there's no indication that it came from the sea. It actually came from space in a meteor or something. And it does swim in the water, but it looks like a big slug or a snail. And I like Japanese movies. I have quite a collection of them, and so I'm glad to have this one. The monster scene in it is very short, but I think it's pretty well done, pretty cool. And when I saw the movie, I thought I would like to make a sculpture of this. As far as I know, I've seen some toys, like chibi looking toys of it. I haven't really seen anything that was like a sculpture that was an attempt to make it look realistic, and there's not a lot of good shots of it. I did find some pictures online that I'll show you of it from the movie. I didn't want to risk spending 5 years in jail and having a fine of $25,000, so I didn't actually put any footage on this video. But it's not a movie if you want a lot of action and want to see a lot of monster action. You're not going to like the movie so much, but I like Japanese films anyway, and this has enough monster action in it for me. Otherwise, I have an appreciation for it. But otherwise, I tried to depict the scene that's in this movie where the guy sees the monster and starts taking pictures of it, and then the monster puts his head back and shoots fire on him, and then he wakes up from a dream. So the whole thing's a dream sequence. But that's what I try to depict in this diorama, so look for that when I show it to you here. So here we are at my kitchen table with my Demeking sculpture, and again, as I am often doing, I made the base out of foam coated with Durham's water putty. One of the things I added, and I don't know if it's a great addition, but I added some smoke on this explosion since the pictures I took originally. I also had put on these eggs dropping from behind him. That happens in the movie as he walks along. She, I guess, she drops eggs all the way along, so it gives a sense that there's going to be more trouble coming. There you go. And got a little explosion there, and I see how I colored the areas where the explosion is here to kind of reflect the color of the explosion on his body. Did that on these little volcano things on him. But I made it primarily out of Super Sculpey. Used a little Ave's epoxy sculpted as well, and these are styrene buildings that I found, except for this is some resin retaining wall pieces I made into a broken up building, and did some damage on the buildings, and took some like balsa wood to try to make rafters and wood kind of stick out. Used a lot of kitty litter stuff. Now there's the guy in the movie. He's not dressed like this, but I found this cameraman and I liked his position. I kind of tilted him a little bit so it looks like he's almost ready to fall over, trying to look up at it. And yeah, but this is Demeking, and he looks kind of like a snail. He's got a really stupid look on his face in the movie, which that was pretty easy to duplicate. I just looked in the mirror to get this look, this dumbfounded look. Anyway, Demeking going through the city. I put some stuff in the building, just, I don't know, what is that in there? This random kind of crap I could find. And rubble around his feet. There's the eggs again. There's the eggs again. Sorry. Anyway, I think that as far as getting a likeness on something, it's one of my better efforts at a sculpture. And for what I got out of it, I was able to see in the movie, if you ever watch it. But I did make the arms a little longer. Tried to give them a little bit more of a, they were just kind of stubby, like just come out, and then there's like these hands that didn't have claws or anything. I wanted it to have claws because it does show in the movie footprints. Use the footprint picture as an idea of what the foot would look like, and then kind of use that to make the hands as well. So he's just kind of coming around. He sees this guy. The guy starts taking pictures of him. He don't like it. He rears his head back, and then he shoots fire on the guy. And then he wakes up from his dream, because it was all a dream. Yeah, that was about as exciting as kissing your sister, I know. But it's a pretty cool movie sequence, and I made a model of him. And I don't know if the people that made this movie ever seen this online or anything, and I don't know what they'd think about it. But I hope you like it. If you've seen the movie Demeking, particularly, let me know if you like my giant space slug, or as the movie calls it, the sea monster. Alright, well, thanks for looking. Bye.